Blake Lively has lost almost 900,000 followers since the Baldoni "It Ends With Us" drama.
A serial fraudster. That's called fraud.
Taylor has politely backed away from it all. She is conscious of her own image and hates that she was even mentioned. Justin Baldoni and the Wayfarer team manipulated the press, and she's doing the exact same thing right now, meaning she's upset.
Blake Lively's career is unraveling, and Hollywood is watching her downfall unfold in real time. Everything she once built, her career, reputation, and fan base, seems to be slipping away faster than she can grasp it. Once hailed as the golden girl of **, Gossip Girl **, and admired for her role in **, A Simple Favor **, Blake is now one of the most controversial and disliked actresses in the industry, and it all happened so quickly. It's as if karma moved at lightning speed. She thought she could use the #MeToo movement to her advantage, but instead, she found herself entangled in an unexpected scandal with Justin Baldoni. Blake believed her Hollywood influence would be enough to bring him down, thinking people would automatically rally behind her. However, Justin didn't back down and hit back hard. Now, Blake is facing a massive backlash, including a staggering $400 million lawsuit.
Attorneys filed a $400 million lawsuit in the Southern District of New York on behalf of Baldoni and several others on his team.
Blake Lively has lost almost 900,000 followers since the Baldoni "It Ends With Us" drama. Meanwhile, he's gained over 230,000.
That's a victory if I've ever seen one. But the real shocker? The moment that lawsuit went public, Blake lost 325,000 followers overnight, while Justin gained 159,000. That's when you know the public has fully turned on her. Blake is sinking fast, like the Titanic, and her fans aren't there to save her. If anything, they're standing on the shore, waving goodbye as she drifts away into the sea of irrelevance. Before Justin took legal action, people were actually backing her. But now she's being dragged through the court of public opinion, and the backlash is unrelenting. And it's not just fans turning on her, Hollywood itself is abandoning her too. Her behavior on set didn't help matters either. She was never supposed to have control over this movie, but she acted like she did. She wasn't the director, nor was she the one who secured the rights to adapt the novel. But did that stop her from acting like she was running the whole show? Not at all.
A serial fraudster. That's called fraud. When you pretend you want to do the one thing and you'll do the thing they're hiring you for, but all along you have secret plans to do something very, very different that's above your pay grade.
She took over as if she owned the entire project, all while never even bothering to read the book it was based on. It's mind-boggling. How are you supposed to take creative control over a story that you didn't even take the time to understand or fully comprehend? It's beyond frustrating. How can anyone make decisions about something they know so little about?
Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
And the worst part? The cast and crew were terrified to speak up because they knew going against Blake could be the end of their Hollywood careers. She had that much influence, and until now, no one dared challenge her. But now, things have gone from bad to worse. This case isn't just some Hollywood drama. It's a full-blown legal war, and Justin is clearly winning.
Do you think the court of public opinion is leaning more toward Justin Baldoni? Why do you sense that is?
I just think he's shown us more of text messages and emails, and we've gotten his side of things, where we've heard some of her claims, but then we see based off of his side, there's a bit more context.
Blake thought she had the entire industry on her side, but now even the people she considered friends are ghosting her. She's at odds with her co-star, Jenny Slate, who was allegedly forced to back up her claims. And even that's not helping her case. Her celebrity besties? They're pulling away fast. Then came the cover of *, The Hollywood Reporter *, which truly sent her over the edge. On February 22nd, they dropped a cover featuring Blake aiming a slingshot at Justin Baldoni. Why would they do that? Maybe because she was the aggressor in this entire mess. Instead of owning up to it, she lashed out, accusing The Hollywood Reporter of being sexist.
And instead, she slammed the entire cover for being sexist.
Girl, how are you going to start a whole scandal and then get mad when people call you out for being the problem? The hypocrisy is unreal. Blake was the one screaming about being a victim, but the moment people saw her for who she really was, she completely switched up. She tried to play the victim again, but this time, no one was buying it. Instead, people dragged her for breaking down over a poster asterisk. And what makes it even funnier? The Hollywood Reporter article wasn't even about tearing her down. It was actually about how Justin's faith influenced his actions on set. That's it. But instead of taking a deep breath and moving on, Blake threw a full-blown tantrum like a spoiled child. The more she screamed, the worse she looked. She never expected Justin to fight back. And now that he has, she's scrambling. The desperation is real.
She finally bumped into someone who was weak enough and not famous enough to stop her, right? This Justin Baldoni, most people had never even heard of him. He'd been in like one series. He certainly wasn't at Ryan Reynolds level fame, never mind Blake Lively. And she bullied him into giving her the movie where she did her own cut. They released the cut.
And it's so obvious she even tried to amend her legal filings. Aka erased the parts that made her look bad. But that backfired spectacularly. People noticed immediately, and now the narrative has shifted even further against her. Many are saying she's not just a liar, but crook too. Her attempt to cover her tracks only made things worse, proving that she'll do whatever it takes to manipulate the situation. Instead of owning up to her actions, she keeps digging herself into a deeper hole. At this point, she's only making it easier for people to see the truth.
This is the original complaint. As you can see, that first text is still there, but she removed, they removed quite a few texts, specifically these right here.
But Justin? Oh, he kept his receipts intact, and his legal team is not playing. His lawyer, Brian Fredman, has made it very clear that he's coming for Blake, and he's going to bury her lawsuit. Fredman isn't just fighting back. He's dismantling every single one of Blake's claims with cold, hard evidence. Unlike her, Justin hasn't tried to erase or manipulate anything. He's letting the truth do the work. And with the way things are unfolding, it's only a matter of time before Blake's entire case crumbles. She thought she could control the narrative, but now she's losing control fast.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion. Wait till you see this loss. It's all going to be based on it. It's not going to be just a loss.
Blake knows she's losing, and she's panicking hard. And guess who else is spiraling with her? Ryan Reynolds. He's been scrambling to clean up this mess, but instead, he's only making things worse. His biggest disaster so far? His little stunt at SNL 50. He thought cracking a joke would lighten the situation, but it completely backfired, making everything even more humiliating and disastrous for them both.
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Some people laughed, sure, but most found it dismissive and tone-deaf. Instead of shifting the conversation away from Blake, he just made things 10 times worse. Now, his own reputation is cracking, and his brand is suffering too. At this point, everyone is distancing themselves from Blake, even Taylor Swift, who has been one of her closest celebrity friends for years, is quietly backing off to protect her own image.
Taylor has politely backed away from it all. She is conscious of her own image and hates that she was even mentioned. Okay, so the last part is true. She is politely backed away.
Meanwhile, Justin is living his best life, enjoying a carefree vacation in Hawaii, while Blake's career goes up in flames. And honestly, it's not hard to see why people are boycotting her. Who would want to work with someone accused of bullying a director out of their own movie? She and Ryan allegedly used their star power to seize control of It Ends With Us then. To make matters worse, they reportedly forced the original director to watch the premiere from the basement while they soaked up the spotlight on center stage.
Justin is sharing photos as part of the countersuit that he filed against the Gossip Girl alum seeking $400 million of him, quote, being held with his family in the basement. In one image cited in the documents obtained by E! News January 16th, Justin, his wife Emily Baldoni, and various other family members can be seen sitting around a red table in a windowless space with overflowing boxes of pop.
The audacity. People are calling Blake's behavior Hollywood poison, and now nobody wants to be associated with her. Directors and producers are watching closely, and they see the chaos she brings. Who would risk working with someone who pulls every dirty trick in the book just to seize control of a project? Absolutely no one. Now, Blake is reaping what she sowed. She thought she could manipulate the situation in her favor, but instead, she's facing the biggest downfall of her career. And trust me, this drama is far from over. Stay tuned because the tea is still brewing.